We are now unmuted. Hello there, viewers and listeners. You're probably wondering why we're on the starting soon screen right now. That is because the PS2 has not been turned on yet. I also forgot to change the goddamn stream info. Fuck. Hold on.
I'm also eating some mac and cheese.
Let's just fire in the beginning. Dragons and vibes. There. Alright, stream info has been updated. We are playing Spyro New Beginning today. I'm probably the only person playing Spyro New Beginning today on all of Twitch.
Hell, probably no one even on YouTube is doing a playthrough.
Yeah. But this, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring it over here. I'm also joined by my good buddy Lizzie. Say hi, Lizzie.
Hi, Lizzie.
You probably caught her in Cryo during the Devil May Cry playthrough a couple times. Lizzie's going to be here for the whole Spyro run. We're not playing the whole thing in one go today, because that would take me, at minimum, maybe 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, and we start losing steam after, like, 4.
Yeah, around 3 or 4. But today...
Like the fucking Paper Mario 1000-Year Door playthrough, like, we were getting tired.
And it wasn't even just like I was getting tired. It was tired because of how long the streams were. I was just getting tired, kind of getting tired of the game in general.
Oh, that's fair.
Like, I'm fine with long RPGs. I am more than okay with long RPGs. But for the most part, it was just the way the battles were. Like, I couldn't just go on autopilot for a lot of the random battles. Like, I had to think more, and that didn't really get to me as much. Like, there's points when playing RPGs where I just like to, like, you get into a good groove, like, you figure out a good strategy, and you can just kind of go default into that for the random battles. It's the boss fights that should get your brain going. But now, everyone, I ask, please, I'm going to turn up the audio for the game capture.
I have to pull up the stream.
I ask.
I was busy working on the eating.
I ask viewers, listeners, anyone out there to please enjoy the next maybe 30 seconds to a minute of audio. Thank you. Look, it's my boy.
And I got immediately shoved into an ad.
Oh, goddamn.
There, another fucking ad.
You can catch it on the post-upload.
It's really the same ad as well. It's both for Ghirardelli chocolate, not a sponsor.
But if you're offering Ghirardelli...
I love your chocolate. Brownie mix was pretty good too.
This. Alright, have you returned from the ad dimension?
Yeah.
This title screen. I was 7 years old when I first saw this.
I'm waiting.
Huh?
I'm waiting on the stream. The fucking thing.
Oh.
It's like really far behind.
Exactly what I feared.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm seeing the title.
This is what Cinder has done.
There are times when all of us need to stand up to danger.
Sparks, look out!
The game went into the... Remember when games would do this?
You can.
They would go in...
Were they like the demo screen?
They'd play they'd have the trailer for the gameplay if you lingered on the title screen. Or even
Yeah.
like a specialty made trailer that wasn't anywhere else.
Yeah, because I know.
You broke up bad there.
Oh shit. I know for Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, how that worked was that it'll start playing like this like little theme, basically introducing the monsters, and then it'll go into gameplay demo.
Ah.
Dragon within.
Pretty cool.
Fun fact, in this footage, you saw Spyro using different powers that he doesn't get it at the point that he doesn't have at the points where he uses them in the trailer.
Can you not like go back to older levels?
It's a strict linear progression-based game. Like, you can't go back to previous levels.
So they lied.
Well, there is a New Game Plus, which we will not be doing.
Yeah, because that's the same game, but just you have all the shit already, and you just go through.
Yeah, and not just all the stuff.
Year of
Oh.
the dragon, in a world beyond the realms. I, like all the others, awaited the birth of the dragon of whom the prophecies foretold.
You stop talking for a sec. What's up?
Cutscene.
Dark Master heard
Oh.
the prophecies as well.
I'm
I
almost
should
there.
have hidden the eggs long before, but I thought we were ready. I thought they were safe. Oh, how I was wrong.
Save them! The dark armies have come.
May the ancestors look after you. May they look after us all.
This game is the reason I am obsessed with dragons. But yeah,
For me,
that-
I blame
Hmm?
that little obsession with me on dragons that fantasy made real.
yeah. But yeah, that red dragon that was just talking,
Yeah.
guess who he was?
I'm gonna guess Gary Oldman.
That was Gary Oldman.
Hell yeah. Kitty, can you like go away?
Starring.
I forgot this was
Hmm?
a Sierra game.
Yeah, the first two, give me a second, let me get the cases real quick. Yeah, the first two were published by Sierra, but the third was done directly by Activision.
Came to rest in a distant
Gotcha.
swamp, where a
Was the third
family of
not great?
dragonflies gathered round, wondering
In a lot of ways, people consider the third one the best of the trilogy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They didn't have to wander for long.
Because usually, if you say that it was developed directly by Activision nowadays, it'd be like, oh, it was awful.
Well, you have to remember, this was back in, I want to say, let me check, 2008.
Back whenever they kind of gave a shit.
Yeah. I mean, even then, when it comes to this game,
What emerged from the
wait.
frightened
okay, I had to pause that because I need to turn the subtitles back on.
them at first, but
Did they get
finally
shut down
amazed
somehow?
us.
Yeah, for the game kind of automatically has them off when you start a new file.
It was a
Lame.
purple dragon,
Yeah.
who they eventually adopted and raised as one of their own.
But yeah, the first two were pretty much done in the same engine. The third one they had to they built from the ground up.
Gotcha. Didn't you say something about like very limited development time for the second one?
The second one had like maybe a year, like anywhere between 8 months and a year. It didn't have a whole lot.
Lots of reused assets. A lot of shortcuts probably had to be taken.
Yeah, the third one though had maybe 13 months.
Well, that's better.
And but here, you also have to remember, they had to rebuild it from the ground up, too. Okay, I need to...
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
I see you, my little glowing friend. Seeing and catching are two different things, a big boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had a little dragonfly friend.
Yep, it's Sparks. And he's the one voiced by David Spade. Fun fact, Sparks never has a consistent voice actor across any of the 3 games.
And I have a feeling that probably not the same VA for brief fucking appearance in Skylanders whenever you use the Sparks still Skylander.
I don't know. I did not play Skylanders at all.
I still have all my Skylanders.
It was legitimately, I hated the Spyro design for Skylanders so much, it turned me off the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I have I also have the Dark Spyro Skylander that came with the exclusive the 3DS version.
Ah.
And I really like it because it's just Spyro but black and silver. The Shadow the Hedgehog of the Spyro universe.
Hey, do you want to know where Dark Spyro originated from?
Where?
The Legend Trilogy.
Hell yeah.
Specifically at the end of the second one.
So what was the deal? So what's the deal with it in terms of these games for Dark Spyro?
Essentially, it's Spyro after he kind of gets.
Hey, that's cheating. You're not allowed in there.
It's kind of. I mean, you'll probably forget by the time we get there anyway. In the second game, the whole thing he's trying to do is to stop something. Save Cinder before she can get re-corrupted by evil dragon demon juice as a result of
And I hate it when that happens.
of a big lunar eclipse that'll unleash the souls of the dead, including the Dark Master. And he's and the whole point of the whole story of the Eternal Night is that Spyro's being led by this guy called the Chronicler to see him in his island base, like in his island home. The reason he's doing that is because he knows for a fact that you can't stop it. You can't stop the Night of Eternal Darkness from happening. You can't stop the eclipse. You can't stop the Dark Master from coming back. All you can do is find a safe place to hunker down, wait for him to show up, do his thing, and we'll figure out what to do from there. Spyro does not listen.
As usual.
He goes right to the mountain, tries to save Cinder. He kills the Ape King while he's there, just straight up murders him after he turns Dark Spyro, because he got right underneath the focusing lens, right in the middle of the mountain, right under the eclipse.
Oh damn!
And when that happened, he absorbed some bad power from the Dark Master.
Yeah.
And as a result, became Dark Spyro.
Gotcha.
For Phase 1 of the final boss, you can't use any of your magic powers. Phase 2 of the final boss, you are locked into Dark Spyro. And it's really cool, especially because Spyro, the Eternal Night, had this thing where once you beat the game, you unlock something called the Dragon Challenges, which are basically just like extra challenges, challenging missions you could do for a thing. If you beat all of them, you unlocked Dark Spyro to use at any point in any point in the game, anytime you want. It was a thing you could toggle on and off. He had his own unique breath attack, his own unique secondary melee attack, and his own unique fury.
That's really cool.
You could even turn it on and off mid cutscene if it was done in game and done as an in-game cutscene rather than an FMV.
Oh yeah.
And it's especially funny because you can just turn it on and off over and over again. And his smoke effect just keeps turning off and on. It's just really funny. And his eyes just keep flickering on and off like a bad lamp. You could also unlock that with a cheat code, but yeah, you know.
I mean, if you get it anyways.
Yeah. That's his only playable appearance. Dark Spyro makes one more appearance in one scene in Dawn of the Dragon in the third game. That's it, but only for a cutscene.
Gotcha.
You know, this is getting a little boring. Sparks!
It's monkeys.
I thought all you guys was gone.
Where the monkeys?
Miserable coward, let me go.
Don't let him
Dun
get
dun
away.
dun 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 dun. Oh, another thing I love is that you see those names up in the top right.
Not there yet. I'm really far behind.
Criminy. Wait, hold on. Yeah, the one thing I always liked about the first two Spyro games
Yo.
is that every enemy in the game has a unique name that's randomly assigned to them.
Yeah, now I'm seeing it, yeah.
And you get some funny stuff like Next Wound Arrow here. Or GV War Lizard.
Yeah, I saw War Lizard. Hold on, let me see if closing the stream and reopening it will improve. It did not, it just put me in another ad.
Of course.
Oh,
Let me out of here and fight me like a thing.
I was fiddling with my belly button ring and accidentally unscrewed one of the balls.
Ah.
I've had about enough of you.
Sparks, look out! Whew. Was that fire?
Take care of him. I gotta report to sender.
Bum 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 bum.
Okay, the delay is way less now. It's only like a couple seconds.
There we go. But you missed the cutscene where we now have Fire Blast.
Hell yeah.
And unlike Pokemon, this shit won't miss 5 times in a row.
Also, I saw someone named Ultralight Death Tracker.
Yep.
Which,
But
that makes me think this is
Kekility Earth Shooter. There. Hanner Jade Fighter. I saw somebody named Snake Fletcher. Yeah. Hana have snakes. Kekility Earth Shooter has gotta be my favorite.
Like, the reason why I pointed out the Death Tracker one is because
You almost torched me, didn't
literally
you?
one of the, like, the Viacon faceless, like, Stormtrooper type in, Transformers 1 are called Death Trackers.
Ah.
When Spyro let loose with some serious
Oh.
flame, dude.
And speaking of, so to briefly go through the blockies that I got, so I got it in this order. I got it
Nearly turned me to ashes,
Soundwave,
dude.
Megatron,
You should have seen it
B127, Alpha Trion, D16, Alita, and Alita comes with one of the Cybertronian deer,
Ah.
Starscream, Orion, and Shockwave.
E- Oh, behold, Spyro's adopted parents. They actually have names, but we never hear them.
They are terrifying.
So that
Their names are Flash and Nina.
he wasn't a dragonfly after all.
Jeff Bennett voices the dad, voices Flash, and Nina is voiced by Vanessa Marshall. This year.
You are our real son. It's just that you came from somewhere else.
So you mean I'm not your real son?
Wars rage on, and the innocent seem to always
Yes,
pay the
we
price.
birthed a real dragon.
It wasn't long after that night that Spyro decided to venture forth
I mean,
and find his home.
That's it, huh? Any spark behind the old
yeah,
homestead?
that was Vanessa Marshall's only line in the entire game.
This is your home, Sparks. But I just found out that my home is out there somewhere.
Very
Besides,
unimportant,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
leaving you behind. I'm just
Yeah.
taking you where you belong.
Just flavor dressing, really. Jeff Bennett, though, voices three more, or it voices at least 2 more goddamn characters.
Don't worry about him, Spyro. You know how hot-headed he can be. You'll see him when you get back. Now, son, keep your head up, your nose clean, and use that breath of yours wisely. All gifts.
Oh,
come with a price.
and also because Orion Pax.
Oh, she has a second line. I forgot.
Yourself. It's all any of us can do.
Whoa! Bonus line.
But yeah. We've got... Yep, now we're getting...
So hard as it was, Spyro left
I fucking
the
love
family
Spyro's look in this trilogy. Like, look at he's so scrunkly.
It's crinkly.
He's a little scrunkle. Even if his
It's
wing...
called Grunkle Gunkle.
Wings the Funkle Bunkle. Even if his wings do that weird thing, where the membrane doesn't actually come into contact with his... Like, look at his wings. They do that thing where the membrane goes to the base of the tail, but doesn't touch the actual body.
Yeah.
Probably make it easier to animate, so that way they don't have to keep track of, like, where it's connected. It's just one singular anchor point.
Yeah.
But I like it. And I think... No, they do not fix it in Dawn of the Dragon. They do not change that.
In the age of the dragon, the people will. Sorry. Blame Mir. I've gotten like occasionally miracle sound brain rot.
Oh, these things. Spider mushrooms.
They kind of remind me of Paris, the Pokemon.
Yeah, but these ones are these ones are primarily grass type, it seems.
Because isn't Paris?
Bug.
Wait, no, that's Weevil. Weevil is the rock type.
Wait, what?
Dweeble. The
Yeah, Dwebble.
Dwebble. God, sorry. I've only ever read it.
I mean, I call it Dwebble because I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. Because, you know, it's Pebble.
Yeah.
But at the same time, knowing the Pokemon anime, it might be Dweeble, because the anime doesn't know how to pronounce its own fucking Pokemon.
Anyways, what is the typing of Paris and Parasect?
They are bug grass, and in fact, it's those two that are necessary to do a setup to get the maximum amount of damage on a single Pokemon, period.
Gotcha.
Like, with the right setup, you can get upwards of, I want to say 32 times damage. But it takes so much work to do that.
Also, one thing that kind of annoys me with the whole Blockies Galaxy Diversion series is that so now we have both cogged, uncogged, and then Megatron and Optimus, the entire like the main 4 cast, except for Lita. They only have Uncog. The woman always being left behind.
Every goddamn time. Ekair Battlemaker. I gotta find the thing that lets you just, like, run the same generator they use for these names. Because there's some cool fucking names in here.
Just do it for fucking D&D NPCs?
Yeah. D&D NPCs or even players. Like, this Zonal Low Snake. Next High Snake.
They're siblings.
Tinadetta Battlemaker. Or Tinadefa Battlemaker. I killed your brother already. Jackal Quester. Moonraven. Avrok Blade Lizard.
What the fuck?
Ikadar Longsnake. I killed both your brothers. Not the Death Tracker. Hello, Farstaff. Rather is Doom Thief. Eralelele. Skyfire.
That's just a transformer.
Eralelele?
No, a Skyfire.
I know, I was joking.
Oh.
These guys right here. This is the only time enemies like this appear in the entire game. You do not need to fight them at all.
Huh.
You can literally just run right past them. Shit. Alright, and now we have a cutscene.
Breathe, Sparks, old boy. Go to your happy place.
Here.
What in the world was that?
I have no idea, but I'm going this way, far from it.
Which brings us to the moment that Spyro's journey really began. When he and I finally met again, for the very first time.
Look at how big Ignitus is.
You were a big one. Goodness.
Look at him.
You're alive. But it's too late.
Is that his dad?
Here's the thing, we don't know. All we know is that Spyro came from a large communal clutch of eggs, and Ignitus was pretty much a dragon nanny. He was meant to take care of them.
Ah.
Essentially, even before Spyro was sent off like Moses in the Bulrushes, he was already an orphan.
Damn.
But there was talk of, like, because one of the art directors, and one of the directors in general for this game, has a DeviantArt page. It's still up, and he put a bunch of information out that was left on the cutting room floor out there. Lore, designs, whole characters, plans for entire plot lines that they never got around to because they had like maybe a year for each game. One of them was a plot they wanted to do regarding Spyro's family. Because here's the thing: if you look at Spyro and Ignitus, they share a lot of design aspects, like the horn shape, the crest, even the wings.
Yeah.
One of the Ignitus was one of the candidates they had in mind to potentially be Spyro's father. The other one was the Dark Master himself, because the idea was that dragon egg. They had a thing where dragon eggs don't typically hatch at the same rate every time. 2 eggs born from the same clutch might hatch maybe a few seconds apart, maybe a couple of hours apart, maybe a few years or even centuries apart.
Understandable. I can imagine if they just fucking just phoned it in, they could have just been like, "You killed my dad." No, Spyro, I am your dad.
Yeah, like Malifor, the Dark Master, was a candidate for being Spyro's father because, well, they were both purple dragons, and the idea was Spyro's egg was hatched so long ago, it's older than any of the others, and they just didn't know when it was gonna hatch.
Understandable.
This is a point where it's kind of here's the thing. Spyro is one of, like, maybe 3 dragons in his entire generation that are still alive.
Huh. Who's the other one? Cinder?
Cinder and one other character that was cut. Like, because Ignitus, he was a soldier, too. And he was a knight, and he had a squire, a flag bearer. And in a fight with Cinder, Ignitus thought he was killed, but there was going to be a plot point they wanted to explore, where he was found on a deserted island far away with his wings broken and never properly set, so he couldn't fly away.
Damn.
So he's pretty much out there wondering whether or not the war is going to happen, and then the events of the 3rd game happen, and either he died or he got the biggest fucking scare of his life for a while. But yeah, most of Spyro's generation was just killed in the crib.
Damn. Infanticide, or however the hell that's now.
Infanticide.
There we go.
But I have no home or family now? I've come way too far to give up now. I want to see where I come from.
Hold up, Savior Boy. Were you not listening to this guy? He's talking about flying dragons and war and...
Yeah, another thing they cut out is something regarding, like, how dragons age, actually. Because dragons in the legend continuity are some of the oldest goddamn beings in the world, with Ignitus being one of the oldest currently living. But even by dragon standards, even if he's old compared to everyone else, for dragons, he's not that old. Like, one thing they wanted to do, like, a little thing they wanted to have, was the reveal that Ignitus wasn't 250 years old, he was 250 years young.
Yeah.
He's the dragon equivalent of a college student. Like, he's wise beyond his years. Yeah, 250 years is 250 years. Like, that's a lot. That's a long, long time. But compared to the fucking eternity that he's got ahead of him as a dragon, it's not much. Like, one thing that they kind of also wanted to do was that kind of explore the idea that if Malifor was never imprisoned, if he did manage to, like, not die and have his soul locked away for, like, 10,000 years, he still would have been alive, kicking, and in his prime the whole time.
10,000 years.
10,000 years and nothing's fucking changed, God, motherfuckers, I'm taller now!
Also, cogged version Orion comes with the Matrix.
Ooh.
And sadly, I did not get the chase version of Megatron, so I only got the T-Cog, not the T-Cog and the Decepticon brander, the branding. It's whatever.
Hey, when in doubt, break it, right?
I had a 1 in 4 chance per case, and I didn't get it.
E. This room always annoyed me when I was a kid.
Why is that?
Just look at the stream and you can probably figure it out.
Is it just kind of claustrophobic and there's big ass enemies?
Are you looking? If you see the stream, you will see.
I'm looking.
You're noticing something, right?
I'm very unobservant. Just tell me.
Slow down.
Slow-mo bullshit. Yeah, gotcha.
No, not slow-mo bullshit. If more than like 2 or 3 of these guys are on the field at once, the game just slows to a crawl.
It's basically like lag.
Well, actually, no, it's not lag, because it doesn't eat the inputs, it just slows everything down and puts it in a queue. This slow-mo thing is just something that occasionally happens when you do an air combo.
Oh, gotcha.
You can actually go into the options and turn down the percentage chance of it showing up if it gets annoying. Hell, you can turn it off completely.
Also, there was a guy called Herbash Greenthorn.
Yep, and this is Geraldo Weed Bramble.
No, my bramble stick.
Here's Calm Cop's Willow Thicket.
What?
Yeah, Calm Cop's Willow Thicket.
Where the fuck did they come up with?
I think they had a bunch of things on hand as like potential names, and they just shoved it all into a generator, so it puts them together at random.
Gotcha.
Alright. Now we gotta push these statues into place, which will open the door.
Also, something that I find endlessly entertaining is that they decided to put Elita 1 and Shockwave in the same series.
E.
The reason why I find that entertaining is because, if you remember in the movie, she punched him in the eye.
Why should we listen to you? We will listen to you!
I love, apparently, like, whenever Orion is like, "Woo, roll out," and apparently the speaker in the background that is like, "Huh?" It was Skywarp.
Ah.
There is a disturbance.
The reason why I could tell is because his head design in Transformer 1 kind of has like a sunglasses visor type deal.
Ooh.
Make your way through the connecting rooms.
They tried their best to make it where all the seekers didn't look exactly the same.
You want my help?
Even if I'm a little like, please? I like whenever they all look relatively the same, minus color schemes.
I mean, I like it when they like all look different beyond color schemes. Like, gives them a bit more personality. Oh, these things are quite important. After this section that we're in, the next cutscene will tell us what they are. But in the meantime,
it's the crystal thingy that is, right?
Yep.
Hey, Sparrow, what was that about? I don't really know.
Literally, that's what he's like. I don't know why I did that, but it felt good.
Well, you know what? You should drink better. You know, I'm gonna stop talking. You really need to get a
Fucking goddamn it. Also, I have yet to open up my Omega Prime.
Why?
Because my fingies hurt from building all those 9 blockies.
God, I need to get back to building my fucking... I need to finish building frickin' Gundam Epion. Like, I keep putting it off, but I don't... If I spend a day working on that, then that's a day I spend not streaming. And I don't want to mess up my schedule too much. I at least want to build up a backlog for things to go up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, and you don't really have a setup where you can do live builds.
I do not. I mean, I could do it, it's just... I don't want to.
Yeah, because like whenever it's on a stream, you feel a little... What's it called? Rushed?
Sometimes, but for the most... Not so much rush, I just like to... I don't know, it's a bit odd.
Yeah. The only kits that I would do live builds of are the Blockies Galaxy versions. Just because they take like 5 seconds, they all go together roughly the same, and it's only $5 per if I get it from one. I say that whenever I spend $100 on this whole fucking case because fucking I didn't spend enough to get free shipping. Because the actual product needs to go to $99 for it to be free shipping, and the product was $80.
So close.
And I was like, what the fuck can I find that's fucking $19? And I'm just like, fuck it, it's not worth it.
A gift that speaks across generations. A gift that empowers you with the spirit of the past, strengthening you with the wisdom of the ages.
I feel more powerful already.
And now we know what these gems are. Basically they're sort of overall pick-me-up. They give you a bunch of different color gems.
Get the gems, Bentley Bear.
Red ones heal you, green ones restore your magic, blue ones give you experience you can use to upgrade your breath weapons later, and purple ones fill your fury meter. We will worry about the furies later.
Exactly what I feared.
He's so small.
Look, Spyro. Perhaps we should turn back.
After coming this far?
If this door is closed,
I am so curious to how a regular person would scale compared to these. Because either Sparks is a fucking gigantic dragonfly, or these dragons be small.
Yeah, like either it's Mega Neura, or they're all puny.
Given the fact that there's some big fucking monsters and things running around, I have to say, Sparks is a big bug.
Bug.
And we've met the small apes, we've met the medium apes, and soon we'll be meeting the big boys.
Damn, my apes are gone.
They're gone because I killed them and stole their gems!
Yeah, fucking NFT reference in the year of our Lord 2025.
This fucking got that fucking medium ape I was just fighting. He kept throwing the dynamite. It kept bouncing off the ceiling and landing in front of him.
What a dipshit.
Avdo Spell Killer and Erir Lost Hunt. Like, yeah, I admit, those are some pretty cool fucking names.
Too bad they're just on random enemies in a viral game.
Yeah. But hey, if you want to, you can always go back, write them down, and use them for D&D characters.
Fair.
Alright, this is our first instance of the big boy. Solarius Doomthief.
Think about how much of a dick move it would be to if like you named your character like Ligma or something and people had to say it.
Who's Ligma? Ligma balls!
Who the hell is Steve Jobs? Do you think, like, how quickly do you think Cryo would, like, kill me if I did that?
Instantly. He would manifest in your home and kill you with his eye beams.
Because, like, it's all, like, every time that I do a fuck, like, I try to set up one of those jokes, he's like, nope, we're not doing this. Fuck you. Oh, God.
Refubal Wolfbreaker. That's a badass name.
I mean, I could imagine the fucking Maki using that for the Wolfbreaker part as like a fucking nickname for Ilya because she fought like a wolf by herself like once, if I remember right.
And cut the damn thing in half.
I am the Wolfbreaker.
And then Elpis immediately disintegrated one. But can I just say, on the topic of badass names,
Yeah.
we know the VA for Darwin in the new Gumball show.
Oh, Hero Hunter.
His name is Hero Hunter. That is the most badass fucking name you could possibly have.
I mean, I think the only thing that'd be cool is the Doom Slayer, you know. And if
but that's a title. Doom Guy had a name before that. This kid's name is literally Hero Hunter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're being compared to the Doom Slayer with how awesome your name is, you know it's pretty fucking cool.
Like, imagine he grows up as like, I'm here, like, name and occupation, Hero Hunter. Hero Hunter. Like, damn, I wish I had a name that cool when I was younger.
What was his nickname in school is my question, because, like, does he even need one?
I don't think he needs one.
His name is, like, literally like an anime protagonist name.
Buddies, but you managed to escape our clutches. Until now.
Stand back, Spyro, and let me show you what a dragon trained in the ancient ways.
Like, he needs his own dedicated fucking anime, where, like, his name is the title.
Just absolutely amazing.
Yo, he just lit those fucking monkeys on fire.
Yep.
Whoa, the big guy's got some moves.
I just noticed Ignitus has some pretty well defined biceps.
Fucking, I need to find the screenshot, but there was a shot where, Gooby was, like, holding something, and he was, like, fucking ripped.
Okay, Ignitus?
The only thing.
As I get
Fun fact: since that cutscene takes place in Engine, all the enemies actually did drop gems.
Can you show me how to do it?
I can't pick them up.
soon enough, you'll learn all I have to teach. But right now, you must fight.
Because Spyro immediately goes into the next room and we're immediately thrown into another fight.
Is there, like, a point to the gems, or are they just like Mario coins, where just, like, you collect them for the sake of collecting them?
Red ones heal you, green ones refill your magic so you can use your breath attacks, blue ones give you experience to upgrade your breath attacks, and the purple ones fill your Fury bar, but we don't have Fury yet, so they're not... But we haven't unlocked the Fury training, so we can't actually get purple gems now. They're out of the spawn pool.
Gotcha.
Lysax and Tear Raven.
What the fuck?
That is a badass name. Another member of the Longsnake clan. Oh, Edizak Mighty Flame.
Also, I am, like, dying of thirst. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
Hydrate.
Oh, speaking of, hold on.
Yeah? Thank you. I already got my drink with me. Oh, funky little...
If
Oh,
Cinder's
nice.
forces were here,
Oh, we'll
there
probably
would
see...
certainly be more of
Hopefully
them.
it'll be back by the time
Oh, good.
I see this funny little scene.
Wonderful. Now he's getting caught.
Spyro's getting that dragon ego. Alright, let me double check. Yep. Level up. Fire Breath has now been upgraded to Fire Blast of the Scorched Earth. Alright, let's wait for Lizzie a little bit. Double check all this stuff. We got screen vision, stereo. Yep, let's turn the slow-mo down a little bit. While we wait for Lizzie to get back, let me show you my favorite thing about this, how the game handled the widescreen back in the day. It didn't do the, like, true widescreen thing. It just squished the aspect ratio, so that way, when you stretched it out to widescreen, the picture would fit on widescreen TVs. But the thing is, when you squish it, it does also show more of the backgrounds as well. So it kind of does a mixture of both, and I find that fascinating. Like, you're noticing it. Alright, but now we've got the funky little cutscene. How excited! Look how cute Spyro is. Look at him. Look at my boy. Like, funky pool. Wait. All right, now we actually are gonna wait for Lizzie to get back. One moment and pop. Okay. Oh, Lizzie, look at this. Look at how the game. You know how there were two different ways to like do widescreen back in the day? It was like true widescreen, or they would just squish the aspect ratio so it would look normal when stretched out on a widescreen TV.
Yeah.
This game does a combination of both, where it does do true widescreen, but it also squishes it at the same time.
Yeah. Interesting.
I find that fascinating. Oh, and now we've got, and... Woo!
Sweet home.
This statue here got me so... Like, that's a fucking statue of a dragon! Tenadasu Stone Ice.
Oh, but yeah, the fluids that I acquired was heat.
Ooh.
Because some iced tea would be nice right now.
Yeah. Okay, so fun fact. The copy I'm playing this game on right now, the physical disc, is not the same one I had growing up. I still have the same one I had growing up. In fact, I have all three of the original discs that I had when I was a kid. The thing is, though, my original copy was scratched to hell because, it was old and loved and all that jazz.
You know how children are. They're just leaving the discs everywhere.
Actually, no, I was really fucking protective of my games. It just kind of happens over time, though.
Yeah. Just an accident here, an accident there.
Yeah, but when I step forward and I start this cutscene trigger, the game would get stuck here on this cutscene trigger I'm about to activate. So I had to buy a whole new copy. But now, here we are at probably one of the best cutscenes in the whole game. In fact, I'm going to turn the audio up just a little bit so it's easier to hear. Because the music is so nice.
Wait, so this implies that Kansas exists in the Spyro universe.
But yeah, this is what's left of Spyro's home.
This is what's in
Damn, this is kind of like Frontiers of Pandora, where you,
all the islands
where
and the
you last saw your mom and then I cry because that game is really fucking sad.
I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Yeah, no offense, but this place is a bit of a dump.
This was once our home, Spyro. Together we can make it our home once again. Reclaim what's rightfully ours.
What do you mean?
I mean that my time for heroics is past.
You know how many dragons you ever run into in this whole series?
I'm gonna guess 5.
I can't.
Not counting Spyro, we've got the 4 Guardians. You know, Ignitus and the 3 others that we'll be saving. Cinder,
Yeah.
and Malifor.
It's close, 6.
You've given me hope.
Oh, well, no, the Chronicler 2, 7.
7, so.
7 dragons, and we... Now, there is a place where called Warfang, the Dragon City, where there's I think there's a few others that we see in, like, cutscenes. But for the most part, we only ever meet, like, 5. Well, 5 or 6. Because Malifor's a boss fight.
The style
Gotcha.
used earlier is crude, archaic, and obvious. But you got the job done. Not bad, considering you haven't been taught anything about what it means to be a dragon.
Thanks.
But if you're going to
I do like a lot of the animations they did for the faces. Like, they managed to give dragons lips that look natural.
Oh, good. School.
Yeah.
unlike any school you've ever known, young friend. Now it's time
There
to
we go. It's on.
unleash the true dragon within you.
Alright, so we have...
The Guardians is
Yeah,
master
so-
of an enemy.
oh.
I, as you may have surmised, am master of fire.
Like, I love the facial animations because they managed to pack so many like little micro expressions, like in the even in the middle of sentences.
You seem to
Yeah, this is the elemental breath training where the game kind of says, okay, here's infinite magic. Test out your powers.
very good, young Spyro.
Spyro, come here.
And the fire training is the longest because it not only covers a lot of the basic fire stuff, but it also covers a fair bit of basic melee stuff and some intermediate things as well.
Yeah. Also, do you end up finding any sheep and burning them in this game?
No.
Because that was like a weird thing that they kind of included in Skylanders as like something you could do.
It wasn't just Skylanders, it was the original trilogy as well, because burning sheep and other small things like them were how you spawned butterflies, and butterflies were how you restored Sparks' health, and by restoring Sparks' health, you restore Spyro's.
Gotcha.
Fire is useless without the sense.
And the reason I went with sheep is because, well, they're dragons.
And in Legend, often like steal farmer sheep and all that.
Yeah.
Flame's just getting started.
That and it was easier for them to do
Over here.
to just have a few sheep running around than it would be to, you know, animate so many butterflies running around all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I just got a fucking flashback to a Fairly Odd Parents episode where, for some reason, Timmy wanted to be in like the Middle Ages or whatever, and his parents were dressed as a cow for some reason,
Yeah.
like a 2-person costume, and they got freaking scooped up by a dragon.
Yep. I can see! I can fight!
It sucks that such a good show was made by a fucking shitty person. I fucking hate Bitch Cartman.
Yep.
That's it. That's it.
And also, the reason why Danny Phantom was good was literally everything not to do with Butch Hartman. Like, literally. Like,
Yeah.
people behind the scenes were like, yeah, like, Butch didn't really do anything.
Over here.
He was an ideas guy, and we had to tell him no occasionally. But, you know, when it was an idea that was actually good, we made it work.
Yeah.
And it didn't work just because the idea was good. It worked because we made it work.
He's the Elon Musk of animation?
This part has always fucking annoyed me. But it is something where I learned an interesting thing about when you knock an enemy into the air.
Yeah, what's that?
When an enemy's in the air and you jump up next to them to kind of, meet them, keep
Sort of
hitting...
like Juggle?
Yeah. When you do that, you're kind of tethered to them, so you can fly around them and, kind of angle where you're attacking them from, which is how you aim, the knockaway thing.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact. As a kid, there was a kid's meal where the toys were Spyro, and I got a little Spyro keychain, and I gave it to my mom as a kid, and he still has it.
Oh!
He's very beaten up and is missing most of his paint, but she still got him.
Alright. Now we get our secondary attack, because every breath weapon has a secondary attack. Fire's primary is Flamethrower. The secondary, Fireball, which is basically a grenade launcher.
Carry this, you filthy casual. Cast Fireball.
Fireball! 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 Fireball!
As much as I would like to do magic for a D&D character, I just don't think that I am able to remember enough between sessions to really know how to use it properly.
I actually use Dungeon Master's Vault for all my stuff. It has a really, really good spell tracker.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, I'm more. My initial instinct is always pull out bow.
Yeah.
Fucking elven blood really poisoning my weapons use.
Yep. Meanwhile, for me, it's when it comes to weapons, I'm just big hammer, big sword, big axe.
Yeah, so this is just normal combat stuff. Watch this. He's gonna say rage. I rage.
No, well, with the Amenity, it's I cast haste, then I rage. Because I can do that. Alright, hold on. I gotta double check something. Where did I put? Because I have an Elden Ring. Yeah, Rune Level 1 Elden Ring run set for way down the line. Currently, we are at game number 6 of all the games that in this list I want to play to stream. The Elden Ring Level 1 run is number 35.
Yeah.
I've got so many goddamn games I'm ready to play and stream. And I still have room for more.
Oh, by the way, I got Cult of the Lamb, by the way.
On PS5?
PS5.
Okay. Alright, here we are in our final part of the Fire's training. All the elemental training ends with basically an enemy rush to give you to let you test out the Elemental Fury. And for this, we're going to be testing the Fire Fury. And the game never says anything about it. But when you fully max out, like fully upgrade both the primary and secondary elemental attacks for your elements, it upgrades your Fury as well. Behold,
Oh, cool.
the level 1 Fire Fury. Just a basic shockwave, but it's a fun one. Also, that Fury actually has a really fucking weird interaction with one of the bosses later on down the line. Like, I think it's the second major boss, where it has a really weird interaction. Because for some reason, the Fire Fury, for that one boss, inflicts a serious damage over time effect. It doesn't do that for any other boss, but it does for that one. So if you use it once, it'll take him down to, like, maybe the last 20% of his health in one use.
Yeah.
That's the one enemy it works on.
The thoughts, memories, and dreams, Squires, and to see what's happening in places far, far away. I am one such dragon.
Yeah, this is where we learned that some dragons can do divination.
Oh, really? Is that so?
What's
what am I doing
divination?
now?
The ability to use some things to look at, like scrying, basically.
No.
Can look through other people's minds, see things far away in visions, see the people,
Oh, gotcha.
stuff like that.
What I do see in the pool of
Yeah.
visions is that Voltaire
And Ignitus is basically saying, like, yeah, I'm using that to find one of the other guardians.
Spyro.
He's in Dante's freezer.
Details on the others. I want you to venture there and find out what you can.
What is he doing in Dante's
Just look
freezer?
around. If you
He's trying to steal all his strawberry ice cream.
not ready to face
Yeah, I was gonna say a joke like that.
Okay,
Like,
so when people
is he
try
there to
kill
just
me, I
give
run.
Dante his ice cream whenever he opens the door?
How do we get there?
Oh, I love this scene.
glad you are.
Is he trying to protect Dante's ice cream from Virgil?
I don't think Virgil's ever tasted ice cream.
Saying that
Like, he's got that.
Imagine if it just blew his mind.
Maybe even hanging in those caves.
Like, what is this power? Like, he gets brave. He's like, what is this power you've used on me, Dante?
It's you.
Just be
Fresh air.
never touch my ice cream, then, boy.
Close your eyes.
Oh, I love it.
Deep breath.
Oh, the break.
And empty your mind. Yes, that's it. Now feel the power of your ancestors coursing through your body. In times of crisis, they will come to you and teach you, unlocking powers you never knew you had.
Boy, this I gotta see.
Just forget everything you ever thought you knew. Forget yourself. Only through forgetting will you remember what your ancient blood already knows. You can fly.
Look at him.
I just imagine like closes his eyes and then just feel like whenever he opens them, it's like the other dragon just bailed on him.
Ignitus is ride or die. And now we get one of two flying sections in the game. Remember, they had a lot of plans for things they wanted to do, but a lot of things got cut.
Are you kidding? He's flying. Welcome to the club, big guy.
would that be the annoying?
Yeah, understandable.
No,
Ye-
it's smart Alec. The flying club.
How high? I wonder how high dragonflies can actually fly and survive.
Like real life?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, but here we are, the level First Flight.
Okay. No, that's a spacecraft, you idiot.
God, this was one of my favorite parts of the game when I was younger.
Because like a fucking NASA thing popped up and was like, it flies using 8 rotors attached to 4 pairs of outriggers mounted on the side of the body. The craft could fly about 10 meters per second and reach altitudes of 4,000 meters.
Christ.
I have no idea what the spacecraft looks like, but it sounds fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. You'll see him here in a minute, but we just saw a funky dude.
Well, what's up with the turtle?
That is actually something that'll have that's actually something we'll run into again with more detail in the second game.
Ah.
Oh, and if you look closely, you'll actually notice that the apes that are flying at us, a lot of them have different looks to them than the ones that we fought in the swamp.
Huh.
Like these ones here. They look like they're kind of dressed up for winter. And now we've got to blow up this... Well, we don't need to blow up this Viking ship. I just want to.
I'm going to blow up the ocean.
It is possible to completely destroy this thing, but it will break upon hitting the ice here up ahead. There we go, completely destroyed. Ow.
Remember, kids, if you build the Lego set better, like when there's a bunch of leftover parts, you build it better than the designers.
Fun fact: a lot of them deliberately leave extra pieces in there, not only because some of them can go missing like mid building because they're really small and annoying, but also specifically to give people. But I think also specifically to give people that sense of satisfaction, like. Yeah, I built this thing, and it had I've got some extra pieces left over. I'm doing good.
Yeah. I sometimes will like what's it called? Add some of those extra pieces onto it just to add durability.
Alright.
Usually, I don't gotta worry about that anymore because Lego designers know what they're doing more than they did whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
Gods, I remember like so many. Gotcha. I remember so many like Star Wars ships, like whenever I was a kid, just like falling to bits basically in my hand, despite following the directions.
Yeah. Every time we go to a new area, we get this voiceover by Ignitus telling us what's up with the area and a little bit of what to expect. Dante's freezer is pretty much the frozen remains of a goddamn war outpost where that was taken over by Cinder's forces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to the ground.
Good idea.
Not exactly a friendly place, huh? I wonder where we should start.
Well, I'm no hero like you.
Also, even though I think that they kind of overused the joke in the actual movie, I do find myself giggling at Badassatron.
Yeah. Alright, give me a second, because since this also goes up on my YouTube channel, this is a good place to stop one recording and then start another one, because I at least want to beat Dante's Freezer tonight. So I'm gonna stop this recording, go to the second, and start up another one, but I'm not gonna stop streaming.
Yeah.
So
Alright, for you YouTube folks, see you in the next part.
Bye-bye.